Welcome to Inside Sim Racing. I'm your host, Jessica Lopez. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of number 37. Sorry about the little mess we have here. We're actually doing a little construction on the set. We're making room for lots of the products that we've been receiving for your review. As a matter of fact, one of which I have here, it is a dash display by MMG, or the Mac Modding Group, as you may know them. And we have the long-awaited, much-anticipated pedals by Fanatic, and these are a prototype of the Club Sport pedal. They use a load cell on the brake. These have a lot of pressure. I could feel the progressive pressure as I press down on it. Real cool. Guys will be reviewing these in a future episode. As far as today, really excited. We have the newest addition to Inside Sim Racing, Andrea Lopez. She's our sim racer in training for a new segment of the show, which we call Project Sim Racer. I'll be interviewing her a little later in the show, as well as Shawn will be talking about a new Buttkicker that just came out. We got a preview of Virtual GP3, tech tips, and the Mod Squad. All of these top stories are sponsored by SimGear.
Get in gear with SimGear. Get your Lightning SST shifter now for only $174.99. Only at InsideSimRacing.tv. That's $174.99. Price does not include shipping.
Okay, I've brought Darren on the set to help me with the top stories for today.
Hey everybody.
I needed a little help.
Yeah, you did.
From GT Planet, they hosted their Interform Championships. They have two championships, one for the
team champion and one for the individual. Big competition.
Yeah, it's 63 days long and participants from all around the world.
10 events, 10 tracks, 10 cars.
Each event lasting 1 week long.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. I'm kind of bummed I missed it. I didn't find out about it until it was already done, but big competition going on over there.
Coming in on the top for the team is, well, actually, you're supposed to take that.
That's right. You took my line. Team GTROS with, they had the team championship when their driver, Ramon, was the individual champion.
That's right. And coming in on second is GT Planet, and their driver, Hall 01, was actually coming in on second for the individual as well. Right,
and then for third in the team championship, we had Team GTRP, Team GTRP from Germany. They had the rounded out the podium in the team championship.
And for the individual, we got Falk of the Dude team.
What the Dude, what? Okay. What kind of names are these?
It'd be a lot easier if you use real names, so we could announce them better on the show. But congratulations to all of you guys.
Yeah, and good job, guys.
For everyone who participated in that. Atari pushed back their release date for Simbin's upcoming title Race Pro for the Xbox 360.
What's up, guys? Come on.
Now it's due out February 20th.
I know they were just trying to dial things in, make sure it's ready for prime time, but yeah, February 20th.
And we've heard rumor of a little demo available on the Xbox Live.
Hopefully it'll be coming soon, yeah. So stay tuned. If it does come out, we'll let you know about that. Also, there's a little video up there with an interview from the developers on Xbox Live, so if you have that, go check that out.
Speaking of new games, we got this game Fuel by Codemasters, which is for the console and for the PC.
Yeah, it's a like Road Warrior, kind of like MotorStorm. We showed MotorStorm a little while ago. Open world, crazy action going on.
We don't yet have a release date, but it is coming out sometime this year. We do have a video of it.
Yeah, I got a cool trailer. Why don't we go ahead and show them that?
Show them.
These were once fertile lands, until weather waged war on man. The seas rose, the sun scorched the earth, and the people fled. Some remained behind.
I've burned my tomorrow, and I stand inside today.
All right, so that's Fueled by Codemasters. That's the trailer that they just released, and as soon as they got more on that, we'll have it here for you guys on the show.
We sure will. And over at Live for Speed, the Masters of Endurance, the league they have there, held their 24 Hours of Aston.
Yeah, big deal for them. It's like their 24 Hours of Daytona. Shawn and I actually ran an event with them pretty much right when we started the show.
They had the GT1 class and the GT2 class. And in the GT1 class, coming out in first was Mercury Racing Team with Low Racing and My 3ID rounding out the podium.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. And then in the GT2 class, we had First Racing, Infinity Skills Team, and Speedo rounding out the top 3. And Shawn, wasn't there like a really close finish after 24 hours?
16 seconds.
16 seconds.
Wow.
After 24 hours. Pretty amazing. So congratulations to you guys. Also want to give props to you guys that put the broadcast on. I watched a little bit of it, and great work. You guys did a great job out there. So
congratulations to all the contestants and participants in that championship.
yep, no doubt.
All right, over at iRacing, they got a lot of new stuff going on. Season 4 is ending. Season 5 is getting ready to begin.
Yep.
And
big stuff.
you got that new
CLT.
build over there.
Shawn, you know what? There's so much stuff going on. We're just going to hand it over to Shawn. He's sitting in his racing rig and trying to digest all of it, and he's going to tell you guys everything that he's tried to figure out. So let's hand it over to Shawn.
Well, just checking out a little of the car of tomorrow on iRacing. Well, I'm not supposed to call it car of tomorrow. It's the Impala SS. Look at the rear wing. It's definitely modeled after car of tomorrow. Anyway, I wanted to try out the monster horsepower that car has, and it's quite a ride. It looks just like I was watching on TV last night at Daytona for the Bud Shootout. You know, iRacing, it's still in its infancy stage, but they've been doing a lot of changes to it. A lot of cars, a lot of tracks, and the latest build has a lot of things people have been waiting for.
Right off the bat, there were some physics changes, including a bunch of fixes to the truck. Weight balance, tire pressure, backward aero, just to name a few. Also updated in the latest build were the addition of replays. You can now save and edit your replays and be able to share them with your friends. Also updated is the actual loading page or home page to the iRacing program. This page is now more clearly displaying the current running sessions, including the ability to see who is in each session, and the leaders of each class as well as the past winners of seasons prior. And then there are a couple of really big changes at iRacing, like the addition of having a spotter. You can now have a spotter informing you of your position on track and of any danger nearby.
Right side. Clear.
And speaking of danger, they have added local cautions or yellow flags to road courses. There is no penalty for passing under yellow yet, but it will inform you of trouble ahead to look out for. Also, there is the trouble behind or blue flag warning that has been added. You will now know when a faster car is approaching from behind. Also added to the sim is the new open practice sessions. The sessions have grown in both length of up to an hour and a half, as well as allowing for 64 drivers at a time. This is making for more crowded and fun practice sessions. Darren was in a practice session last night with over 30 people. As I mentioned at the beginning of this segment, the new Impala SS Cup car is now available. This is giving oval fans their first touch of monster horsepower. This is one of the cars that sim racing fans have been waiting for. And for the road racing fans, the Riley Daytona prototype is still delayed. Following the Rolex 24-hour race, the whole world is dying to try this prototype out, but they will have to wait a bit longer for the new pinnacle of iRacing road racing.
Well, I got my Riley all paid for and ready to download as soon as it's available. We'll let you know on Inside Sim Racing as soon as it is. I'm going to get out of here and let Darren jump in. He's going to tell you all about Virtual Grand Prix 3. I'm going to head over to my rig and get ready to show you about the Buttkicker.
All right, I'm here checking out Paolo Catani's Virtual Grand Prix 3. And this is, he's an independent developer. As far as I know, Paolo did most of the work on this. Physics, graphics, tracks, the works. And speaking of physics, the physics on this seem pretty cool. As far as I know, the tire modeling is done very realistically. I honestly just go on feel. I don't know the exact data portion of it. I'm just a driver, to be honest. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, it feels really good though. I like the feel of it. Great force feedback in it. Gonna just kind of show you guys the setup here, and you can do a standalone race, which is basically you against the AI, up to a full grid. Network race, let you host, join. Haven't done that yet, to be honest. You know, here's your basic option screen, video, audio, input, network, you know, that kind of stuff. I'm not sure what the simulation is. It's grayed out, but change series. And anyway, a lot of the reason why this stuff is grayed out is because this is a new sim on the block here. I mean, this thing is in, you know, Shawn mentioned iRacing is in its infancy. You know, this thing's pre-birth. You know, this thing is definitely in its alpha stage, where I would put iRacing towards the end of its beta stage, even though it is a pay service. And so is this. This is $14 or 14 euro or 15 euro, right around there. So it's about a little over 20 bucks in the US here. And basically it's a Formula One sim. You get about 5 tracks. It's going to load a standalone race here, and I'll show you the tracks. We got Hungary, Imola, Indianapolis, Monza, and Silverstone, or Silverstone, as us Americans call it. Lets you race in any one of those tracks. I've also downloaded the Jason Ferbota's car set, so I can run in any one of the cars in the 2008 paint schemes. So let's go with the Renault. Again, it's really rough around the edges. It doesn't support a clutch, which I was kind of surprised at. All of the cockpits are pretty basic. You can do telemetry's grayed out, so that's probably something in the future. Sorry, I'm bouncing around here. You know, most of the standard stuff that you can change in a sim, you can change here. One of the things here is electronics. You can turn off the traction control. We'll do that here really quick. But lots of setup options, from gears to balance, dampers, and the normal setup options in here. You got to practice, qualify, and race, which you can tailor the length of each one. Something I noticed too, once you go out, you can't reset. So I don't know if they're trying to model that in the sim, or I just don't know how to do it, but you can't reset. You can watch your replay and stuff, which is kind of cool. But I'm going to go ahead and enter the cockpit here. Just a generic wheel here. They're all the same depending on, it doesn't matter which skin you've picked. Those are all the same. I'm not sure if the cars are modeled differently. I'm assuming these are just skins and each one of these cars is the same. But it's got the turn head as you turn, you know, look to apex, I guess you would call it. Function, you know, R Factor's got that. And first I didn't think I was gonna like that. I didn't find a way to turn it off. But Shawn and I both count. Shawn, you liked it, didn't you?
Yeah, I got used to it right away. I forgot it was actually doing it.
So, again, like I said, it's a little rough around the edges. I like the feel of it. Oh, we're talking about the head movement. Yeah, once I started driving it, I got used to it. It didn't really affect the way I drove. It's got some pretty decent sounds. As you get going faster, there's got a nice air and road noise that happens, gets the butt kicker rumbling. But this is an open source sim also. And again, one of the things grayed out here on the screen is change series. So this is going to be open source. I'm not sure about cars yet, but I know, I think there's a track builder that you can get with this. There's also a demo you can download if you go to VGP3.com. That's for virtualgrandprix3.com. You can get the demo, try one track, one car. I'm not sure which one it is. I apologize for that. Yeah, you can create your own tracks, but you're also going to be able to mod cars in this. So this can be an open source like an R Factor. So that's going to be interesting to see the development of this sim. And again, you can get it at VGP3.com. And as this develops, as more tracks come out, I just showed you which ones are available, but as more tracks come out, we will show them to you here on Inside Sim Racing. I'd like to thank the guys over behind the scenes at VGP3 for hooking us up with some copies, and we're definitely going to be turning more laps in this. And I asked you guys to hook us up with a multiplayer race. I saw your forum chatter back there, and we want to race you guys. So hook us up with a multiplayer race, and we'll be hooking you up, and definitely we'll be keeping you guys informed of what's going on with this. I'm going to hand it over to Shawn now, who's going to be showing you guys what's the latest from Buttkicker.
If there's one product that has changed sim racing for me, it's the Buttkicker.
And I remember when we got our first one in, I laughed and I wondered if I'd even enjoy it. Then as it turns out, it became one of the most important necessities for sim racing for me. The original gamer unit was a little underpowered for my needs, and the LFE kit was cool but a little rough around the edges. Now Buttkicker has come out with the BKA 300. This one is designed for multiple uses like home theater or my sim pod. The BKA 300 comes with a robust 300 watt amp and the larger transducer. It comes with an easy mount or you can bolt it right to your sim pod. Everything works pretty much the same as the LFE kit with a couple major upgrades. The new amp is very small and no longer has the unnecessary filter knobs. Instead, you're going to get this remote, which actually has 3 different modes. You got movie, music, and game. Then you've got your volume on, command, which is pretty cool, and then the power button. So kind of nice, be able to just turn it on and off like that. And then beyond that, getting to installation. Installation is a little tricky for PC users. The recommended installation is off a home theater system using RCA jacks. My sound card uses a typical 3.5 jack, and therefore I had to purchase a 3.5 to RCA wire. This allowed me to tap directly into my sound card and get the desired results. On a side note, Darren and I have experienced that different sound systems or headphones pull different amounts of signal from the splitter. This can affect your Buttkicker strength. Other than that, it's pretty plug and play. The result is an enhanced game. You feel the road noise, you feel the car shifting gears, and most of all, the rumble strips. It adds a new dimension to sim racing. You actually feel it in the seat of your pants, something that sim racing has always been missing. The new BKA 300 comes in at $399.99, so it's a little bit steep, but if you've had a Buttkicker before and you're looking for more power, or you've never had one, I mean, they changed sim racing. Anyway, I'm going to send it back to Jessica in the studio. She's got our new special guest there, so let's hand it to her.
Okay, so I'm back here with Angie Lopez. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you, Jessica, for having me. Hello
Thanks
out
for
there.
joining us. She's our sim racer in training that I told you guys about. And she comes from absolutely no sim racing experience whatsoever. Before I interview her, I want to just lay it out on the line. We've got some emails and some people asking if we're related because we bear the same last name.
No relation whatsoever.
No,
but
we're not related.
We are both Lopez. Yes, we are.
Okay, so first time sim racer, how did you get started and what made you, did you ever watch racing? Where did the racing itch come from?
Never really was interested in it. Maybe watched it a couple times, walked by it, until one day I really sat down with Darren and watched a whole NASCAR race and really enjoyed it just from watching it. And being around sim racing as often as I am with Darren, I just, I decided to just get behind a rig and just try it out.
So you just decided one day?
Just decided to try out because, I'm not a real good driver to begin with, so that's where I was reluctant, but you know what? I just decided, I'm gonna try it. Looks like fun. I'm gonna join in. So sure enough, I got in the rig one day, and that's.
How did you get started? So Darren just got you all set up with what did he set you up with?
He set me up with a Fanatic Porsche 911 wheel. Got my own rig going on. I actually started the Lift for Speed training course, which was it was very educational. It was very fun.
So what are some of the things that you learned in the Lift for Speed training course?
Most important, I think I've learned how to handle car. I've learned how to brake properly. I've learned how to handle corners. I've learned how to handle car when it's out of control. And mind you, I was out of control a lot on that training course because I just wanted to go at it. But you know what, I did it well. I took my time on the course. Maybe a couple days I'd say I was on it at the most. And then from there, I started hot lapping at Blackwood.
Wow, so you moved on from the training course and within a few days you were already at Blackwood.
I was, yeah.
Driving what car?
I was in a Formula BMW.
Nice.
And it was sweet. It was fun, yeah. Actually, I started off at I think a 127, running the entire course. And I gradually got into a 117. Darren started setting times for me and I was determined. I'm like, I'm gonna beat it, I'm gonna beat it, I'm gonna do it. And sure enough, I did.
So you just set your goals, you met your goals, and you moved forward.
I did.
So I heard you're rally racing now.
I am. Oh my gosh, that's another, oh wow. Yeah, Richard Burns, oh my God, it's so much fun.
When did you start rally racing? About how far after you started your first sim experience did you actually start rally racing?
Well, I was, like I said, I was on a couple days with the training course, jumped to Blackwood and set my time limits, which Darren gave me. I beat that in about a week,
Wow.
a week's time. then I saw that he was getting into the rally racing, saw that and how much fun he was having. And you know, I was already starting race. I'm like, I'm a rookie, but you know what?
You just wanted to join in on the fun.
I did. I'm like, you know what? No, he's having too much fun. Nuh-uh. So I figured, I'm a rookie, but I'm starting, so maybe I'll just jump into that. And mind you, on the training course, they have some kind of a rally session that you can run.
Oh.
It wasn't working for me. I couldn't do it. It was too tough. So I waited a couple of days because I knew that, you know, I'll try my best and stay on Blackwood and, you know, try to progress there and then maybe jump into rally.
Yeah, rally racing is actually pretty tough.
It is. It is. It was. But you know what? I kind of took my time a little bit more. Blackwood gave it a couple of days, but like I said, I saw him having too much fun, and I was like, no.
Actually, I got wind from the guys that you guys are rally racing last night.
We were.
And it was you, Darren, Shawn, and Terry.
Yes.
And I heard that you almost came very close to winning that race.
So very close. I mean, we set stages every night. Ever since we started, we're rallying every night, and it's great. The guys, it's just so much fun. So last night we had an 8-session going on, you know, an 8-session race. So we ran that, and we're at the 8th session, and I had a 13-second lead. Okay. And mind you, Darren was behind me, and you know, if you're in front of Darren, you know, you're on top of the world. You're like, oh wow, this is great. So I got over anxious though, and I ran into a tree and I lost it. Yeah, so. But
well, there's always tonight. I'm sure you guys will be rally racing tonight, right?
Oh, it's already in the works. You kidding me? Oh my God, I can't wait. I can't stop now, you know?
Well, we're going to be tracking Andrea's progress this whole time along the way. She's our sim racer in training, so if in the future you do want to race with Andrea, we will have news on or information on how you can do that on our website, InsideSimRacing.tv. In the meantime, I would like to wish you much luck. Please put Shawn and Darren to rest.
Hey, come on now.
Oh, wow.
I wish you all the luck. We're going to be tracking your progress, and I thank you for joining us today.
Well, it was
on
great
this
being
segment.
here, and hope to see you guys out there on the track.
Clear outside. You're doing great. Keep it up. White flag. One more lap. Go low. Go low. You got to go on the
All right, so I'm back here with Shawn. Wanted to kind of tease you a little bit about your loss over Andrea last night.
It deserves some teasing, except for the fact she's gotten very good. So she beat me last night. I'm going to get her tonight. She almost got Darren last night. He had a pretty good rally, and then he pulled it off. But yeah, she's doing great.
Cool. Well, I have to wish you good luck as well.
Thank you.
Haven't had any tech tips for you in a while.
No, we've been missing a few. We got a video from a Chris O'Brien showing the art of heel-toe braking, or shifting and downshifting with heel-toe method. And a lot of people have heard of it, but might not know how it works out. So he did the video. I did a narrative. It's pretty cool.
Let's check it out.
In a real-life car, when you go to shift, you need to use a clutch. In our sims, if you have auto blip and auto clutch disabled, then you should use the clutch to shift as well. You don't have to, but you're going to get better results. If you push in the clutch when you're driving and you shift, you will notice that the engine's speeds drop as soon as I push in the clutch. As I downshift and release the clutch, the engine will stumble and the driveline will hop or skip as the engine and driveline speeds catch up with each other. This unsettles the car, causing a loss of traction. Heel-toe downshifting can fix this problem and allow for faster, smoother shifts. To heel-toe properly, you will use your right foot to operate both the gas and brake pedals simultaneously. One method of doing this is to place your right foot with the heel on the gas. When braking, rotate the toe portion of your foot over to the brake. This will leave your heel still in a position to operate the gas pedal while braking. So as you apply the brake with your toe, you can then blip the throttle during the shifts with your heel. This will allow you to match engine to the speed of the incoming gear, preventing wheel hop and also giving you constant traction to the drive wheels. Let's watch Chris O'Brien here in slow motion. You see him move his right toes over the brake and apply. Then as he pushes in the clutch with his left foot and ready to change gears, he then applies enough gas to match the engine, changes gears, and releases the clutch, all while maintaining constant braking. An alternate method of doing it would be to reverse your foot direction and to actually put your heel on the brake and roll the outside of your toes onto the gas to blip the throttle. Some people find it's a matter of your personal comfort, your pedals, your foot size, and all that. Anyway, try it out for yourself.
Actually looks pretty darn difficult.
It is, and there is an art to heel towing, and Chris did it as well as anyone can.
Well, thanks for that video, Chris, and thanks for getting a hold of us and allowing us to share that with our viewers out there. So we're on to the Mod Squad, right?
Yeah, we are. First up today, we have Accelerama by Mangy Mutt, who we actually believe to be D-Dog. This is a 6.2-mile fantasy track that winds through the high Sierras. The track is rumored to be both fun as well as demanding on the driver. The track is built for R-Factor.
Also for R-Factor and very fun is Dust Bowl 1.0 by Smacker. This is a small off-roading circuit with some jumps and some challenging corners. This track should offer some good door-to-door off-road racing.
Suzuka 2008 1.0 is a conversion of TT's GP4 Suzuka. This conversion was done by Race King, and despite being a conversion, you wouldn't recognize it. It looks like a scratch-built track, and it's beautiful.
RFC had a painting contest based on how many times the skin has been downloaded. Let's take a look at the winners. The most downloaded painter out there was El Padre, and here you're looking at some of his fine work. In the category of most popular skins, the award went to the Ferrari team cars of Massa and Raikkonen for the 2007 MMG F1 series. Here is an almost perfect version of the Ferrari colors. The car was painted by Samuel Longui. That does it for our Mod Squad, and that actually does it for episode 37 of Inside Sim Racing. Don't forget, we got this Lightning SST
by Sim Gear. Kick butt shifter.
Very nice.
Very nice, I know. All the way back to episode 1, you'll see we've been using these a long time. Bulletproof shifter.
Available on our website.
$175 right now.
Yeah,
we actually
that's
have a special
deal
going on, yeah. So we're gonna have that to the end of February. If you'd like to purchase it, head on over to our website for that special. And also, if you have not subscribed, please do so. We are reaching lots of subscribers, and we're very happy for you out there who are helping us out.
The other thing that helps out is making comments on the videos. So we love getting feedback, and the more people talk, the more popular our videos get as well.
That's right. So thanks again for joining us. Stay tuned for Andrea's progress on our little project we got going on, and for lots of more reviews and new information coming up on the upcoming episodes.
In fact, we know we got Richard Burns. We talked about it a ton. We're going to go ahead and do, even though it's an older game, we're going to do a full-blown review, get the whole team involved in it, and that should be coming up pretty soon.
And hope to get some guys out there, and girls if possible, to join on the Richard Burns rally with you guys.
Yeah.
And even joining on Racing Andrea. So that's going to wrap it up. The checker flag is out, and so are we. By themselves, or let me start all over again. Top stories are sponsored by Sim Gear. I stuttered. It was
TTs?
TTs. And it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
All right, this one.
You just said, and it's beautiful.